What's up everyone, it's Joey, Blush Response, and I just got back from Superbooth 22 and I got a lot of things to report. This year had a lot of gear. Let's get right into it. First up on the list is the Poly N Play. This is a very interesting looking groove box featuring generative sequencing techniques and sampling with filtering, reverb and delay and other effects that seems very cool and priced to compete with the Digitact and looks like it can kind of go toe to toe. I'm happy that Poly N are developing interesting devices along with their tracker and other things, and someone is giving Electron a run for their money. I think that's really cool. We need more competition in this space of powerful groove boxes, and it looks very exciting. Next up is the Soma Ender. Though it's not new, this was my first time playing it and I was really blown away. I need to get one, bar none. They also had a small 8-bit synthesizer which looked promising, and they had this new synthesizer made of wood. Though it was not on display, I wasn't able to play it myself, so I don't really have an opinion, but it looks beautiful. The Ender was such a visceral experience. Imagine the tactile nature of the Lyra, but to another level, similar to the Landscape stereo field, but it's very much its own thing. You're gonna hear audio of that soon. Sono Current had their MTD dual trial distortion and it was super cool. I really liked the sound of this. It got into that guitar pedal distortion zone that I really enjoyed. Happy about that one. I also checked out Cosmotronic and their complex oscillator and distortion unit, and both were very impressive to me. It seems like a lot of new complex oscillators are coming out and I think it's great. We need more of this style. It's just, there's so much cool stuff coming out, it's almost overwhelming. Motor also had a new version of their DR2 drum machine operating system, which I'm going to review. It adds 2 new drum models as well as new overdrive that I got a little sneak peek of, and I really like the sound of. It seemed to remedy a lot of the problems that I had with the machine, so expect a review of that soon. It looks great. Next up, XAOC, or Chaos as some people say, had 2 new modules that really stuck out for me. The Sophia complex oscillator and the Koshalin stereo frequency shifter. Both sounded incredible. I love the complex oscillator's tones. Running it through the frequency shifter was cool, and the frequency shifter has through 0 FM, which is a first for frequency shifters as far as I know. I was really blown away by these. My favorite modules of the night, or nights. Next up, Erica Synth had the Syntrix 2 in black. Amazing. Really, I did a performance on it and it was just completely out of control. Super cool sounds. I also watched Kodak perform on it and he made some great stuff with it. They also had the final version of the Perkins, which, as you know, was best in show for last year. It's still dope. And interestingly, a surprise, a Eurorack version of the LXR, which I think is really cool, and I had fun with it. You're gonna see video of Kodak playing with it. What a great idea to bring that to Eurorack. Next up is the Random Source Seg-Free. This is a resonant EQ with CV over every band, something I've been desiring for years, and they finally made it for you, hopefully for your rack. I didn't get a chance to play on it because the booth was rammed, but I already know it's going to be good because I love the resonant EQ, and having CV over every band would just be amazing. Big shout out to Soundfreak Modular. This is Alina Kalansea, or I'm butchering her name, but she's an amazing musician, and her new company Soundfreak Modular is bringing officially licensed EMS circuits to Buchla format. I had to play on those. You're gonna hear it. Awesome, high quality, beautifully designed, lovely stuff. So cool to have access to those circuits because getting an EMS is nearly impossible. Eventide had a big surprise with their Misha sequencer. This thing is based around scaling, custom scales, quantized scales, any type of scale you can imagine, and has an interesting system where you have a keyboard that is relative pitches to the last pitch you played, both up and down 3 semitones, which leads to very interesting results. It's very good for tonal stuff. I was pleasantly surprised by that, and also just surprised to see a sequencer from Eventide, but it shows that they're willing to step out of their comfort zone and innovate, and I think that's awesome. Instruo had their Lubath, I'm butchering that for sure, tape loop machine with a new firmware, which is not ready to go yet, but they told me it will be out sometime soon, and it allows variable sample rate and also full tape behavior in terms of tape recording. So like if you're recording into a reverse section, then your recording will be reversed in the future and whatever. They showed me some stuff with breakbeats and with voice recorded from a new microphone module that they have, and I was really blown away by that, hoping to review it sometime soon. Awesome stuff. Error Instruments had their Imaginary Friend. It's a cool little noise box. I saw Paul, the owner, messing with it, and it just looks like fun. It's tiny, cool, size of like a DVD case. I'm digging it. Teenage Engineering had the OP1 Field, which is like a new version of the OP1 with more features and all, which I was really impressed by, but the price is $2,000, and I just think that's absurd. There's so much cooler stuff you get for $2,000, but it bears mentioning because it still is a really cool product. Also, their TX6 Mixer is incredibly tiny, like a pocket size, and I was impressed by that. I kind of want to try it out. Lastly, there's the Electron Syntact. For me, this is nothing new. It's the cycles, algorithms, and the rhythm voices, along with 2 new algorithms in one box. And I made a cool pattern with it, which you're going to hear. Overall, I think it's cool. It didn't wow me just because I've heard this stuff before, but I had to look at it from the perspective of if I was buying my first Electron, this might be the one I get. So I think in that respect, it's great. I really would like to see them push harder. I don't want more recycled products. I want a new flagship, something to wow me like the Octatrack, Machine Drum, Analog Rhythm, and 4 have done. They need to really bring it hard for the next product.